Hey everybody, and welcome back to Elderberry Sprout. Today I want to dive back into my bullet journal and share a little bit about how I choose my daily rituals each month. So to start off here, I have my new May setup here. I finally was able to get to a place where I was willing to embrace more soft and pastel colors, which doesn't happen very often for me. So that was kind of fun. Some new color action going on there. But I still have my column on the side that I plan to track all of my habits on. Now that it's springtime, I do have a lot of changes in my daily life, so I won't have exactly the same habits going on. Most of the time during my monthly setups, I go through kind of an analysis process of my old habits from last month to see if they would apply for the next month as well. Because I know we all have shifting priorities, and that goes for me as well, especially in different phases of my life, different seasons. So first, to start off, I'm going to review my old habits. I have a couple of review questions that I do at the end of each month. Generally, I do this in the new moon phase, so this is kind of a reflection prompt that I have. But I have this sheet that is weekly reflection prompts. I have like a little reset. If I'm feeling funky, I'll use these reset questions. And then I have monthly reflection prompts. And I don't answer all of these every month. It's really the ones that I feel like I need to reflect on. I can just listen to myself at this point and see if there's any that I really need to think about. But yeah, one of them is about the habits that I went through this week, or rather, that I went through this month. If they were serving me, if I wasn't doing them as much, like why the reasons were for that. So I'll do these reflection questions, and then afterwards I will adapt them and see if there's any new habits that I should be doing based on, the direction that I want to go in the month going forward. So I'm gonna go ahead and do those reflection prompts here. When I do my reflection, it's in my book of shadows. It's like a diary / journal for me. So let's get those out. Okay. Okay, here's the point where I'm finally looking at my habits for the last month and which ones I was focusing on. So the questions that I have, let's see, it's question 10 and 11 for my monthly reflection prompts. It's what habits did I focus on this month? How did it go? Question 11 is what habits should I continue working on and why? And then the question 12 is kind of related to that as well. Are there any things I want to do less of, more of? How can I make that happen? So that how can I make that happen is a really important part of that question, because oftentimes there's going to have to be things that you remove to make that space for yourself to be able to do those things that you want to do. So that's a part that I ask myself as well. But so for question 10, what habits did I focus on this month? So this was the month of April. And by the way, this is how I work in my stuff. I have my bullet journal open and it's like mixed in with my book of shadows here. So just everything's intermingling. But I was focusing on recording my dreams. So here you can see I do have a lot of habits. These are not things I do every day. They're just things that I want a daily reminder of the fact that these are my priority. So even if I see that I should meditate or do breath work and I choose not to, I'm just like, oh yes, that. If I have a problem, oh, that can be what I come back to center myself again, So my first, habit / ritual that I like to do is to record my dream. So the way that I record these too is they're kind of like part A and part B for some of them. So for recording a dream, I'll do a hash mark one way to denote that I had a dream and a hash mark the other way to denote that I recorded that dream in my dream journal. Then I try to drink water in the morning. Get hot, so that is talking about getting my body warm, whether that is taking a hot shower or washing the dishes because my hands are cold or starting a fire for the whole house because the house is cold. Then there's massage, so that helps my shoulders and neck get ready for the day. Yoga, which is self-explanatory. Washing my body, washing my hair, doing my hair, washing my face. So those are all things that I alternate between because I don't like to take a shower every day, especially in the winter time. And even when I do take a shower, sometimes I choose not to wash my hair for that. So there's a bit of that going on. Then scraping, so that's my gua sha scraping that I really like to do. That is one that I really prioritize because it makes me feel so good and like, it makes me feel more spacious and graceful in my physical body, which feels just amazing. So I would definitely suggest that if you guys haven't tried it before. Cute is talking about if I'm wearing a cute outfit, because I'm the type of person that fashion affects how I feel very, very deeply. And it's funny, the older I get, the more I realize that fashion doesn't have to be a quote-unquote shallow thing. I always loved clothes growing up, but then I think I was kind of brainwashed into thinking, oh, that's an unimportant thing and it's frivolous, but it's really not because we all have bodies and we all wear clothes. So why would something that we're forced to do every day be unimportant? I don't know. Anyway, that's just, I've been reframing my thoughts about that recently. So this is another two-parter where I will get in a cute outfit, and then the second slash will be if I record that outfit in this app that I like to use called A Closet. So this isn't sponsored by A Closet or anything, but that's been a pretty fun app to play on just to experiment with different mixtures of my outfits. Then we have teeth and tea. Well, it says teeth tea there, but that's brushing my teeth and scraping my tongue, which is also another amazing thing if you guys don't do that. And then I track my feelings. So those are like my body, I guess, rituals to get my body ready for the day. Then I have the rituals for my mind that help me. I mean, these help my body too, but it's really about getting my brain cleaned up a little bit. So doing breath work, doing a brain dump, writing my gratitude, meditating, planning my day, and then after that I like to track how I feel. Because I know sometimes even after doing my body care stuff, I'll still have a million thoughts in my head. So I'll be like, I still kind of feel annoyed or whatever when I track it there. But then after I get all my ideas out, then I'm like, oh, okay, I know how I can tackle this and it's a little less overwhelming. Then these are the little habits here that I know make me feel super good. And it's, did I create something today? And whether that's a digital product or if it's just me, you know, sewing a button back on a shirt, that's me being creative or fixing something. So I'll check that off. Did I dance? Because I know that that definitely throws me back into my body and gives me a sense of joy. So dancing. And then if I feel good after that. These are my more evening routine type rituals. And one is for wintertime, like I was saying, is to bring in firewood. Then I like to tidy up the house, mainly the kitchen. Teeth and tongue, flossing, washing my face, brushing my hair in the evening. I know that's something that I haven't always done, but it's mainly about actually scraping my scalp. I feel like that helps me do some mental cleansing in a weird way. Because like as you're scraping your head with, I have this wooden comb that I use, it really is like cleansing all of the gunk from the day out of my mind. So that's pretty helpful to do sometimes. Then I do another gratitude practice, breathe, meditate, journal, then do some more planning for the next day and track my feelings again. And then here down at the very bottom I have a section where I'm tracking, I can't see there, I'm tracking if I have an intention going into the dream world. So if I have a type of dream I want to have, or if I'm like, oh, I actually do want to have some type of astral projection or lucid dream experience. So that's if I have an intention, I'll just mark that. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Once again, all these habits I don't always do. But there are definitely some changes that I'm going to be making to this one for this next month. And I will write them here. So let's see. Starting off with dreaming. So I do want to keep dreaming, which is going to be awesome. Let's see. How many habits am I even doing right now? Okay, so that's 35 altogether. Quite a few, but once again, these are more just like little reminders to help me stay balanced and embodied and anchored into the person I want to be. So, let's see, I have 35. We're gonna keep Dream in water. We're gonna keep Get Hot because I'm scared that it won't get warm enough. So I'd like to keep that on there because I know that helps me feel better. Massage and Yoga, I'm starting to think I might be able to combine those two. But yeah, let's Massage and Yoga. Wash body, wash hair, do hair, wash face, scrape, cute, teeth and tongue, feel. I've been starting to think about doing a daily walk just to get outside and get some fresh air. So I think what I can do is I can combine yoga / mass and then do walk after that. And that's just gonna be like even just a walk around the house to get fresh air. Because the birds have been out and like, oh my gosh, I've been so excited about that. So anyway, line. Then we have breathe, brain dump, gratitude, meditate, plan, feel. So I think that's the right order of that too. Doing my breath work allows me to anchor in before I'm really thinking about all my stuff in the brain dump. And then after I brain dump, I think about what I'm grateful for. And then I meditate after my gratitude so I can focus on that positive energy in the meditation. And with bringing that positive energy forward into planning, and then I can feel, see how I'm feeling after that. I think that's the right order for those operations. Then create, dance, feel. That's the right order for that. Bringing in the firewood while it's still light out. Tidying the house, teeth and tongue, floss. I think I want to do floss and then teeth and tongue. Yeah. So then my mouth is clean. I'd also like to drink water in the afternoon. That was something I was thinking about because I've been loving drinking a lot of water in the morning time, but I kind of forget to before bed sometimes. I know I've been a little dehydrated. So teeth and tongue. What else could we combine there? I think we could do journal and plan together. So teeth, tongue, floss, face, hair, gratitude, breathe, meditate, then journal would be before planning because that's reflection, then plan. Journal / plan, then water should probably, because gratitude, breath, meditate, journal, plan, those are all kind of like evening, more in bed type activities. So I would want to get my water to the bed before that. So face, hair, and then water. Yeah, water, face, hair, journal, plan, we combine to make room for the water. Feel, then dream. Cool. So now I have my new order of operations. Now I'll show you how I make my little cutout thing here that I will glue on my monthly setup. So for me, one of the first things I'll do is choose which color I want to match for this. And I know I've been really liking this purple color, but I also like this yellow. So I kind of think I want to bring purple. Ooh. Or yellow or orange. What matches these corners? Probably more pinky tones. But I kind of want to do this purple. Let's do a little test strip here. Scrap paper. Do one with these purplish bluey tones and see if I like that. Because I like to have my my pages match that as well. So can imagine what that looks like. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah, there's a little bit of blue over here. I think if I do a teensy bit more blue on this column, it'll match better. So let's do that. Okay, so I'll finish this up. And I like to use a very fine tip pen to write all these out. So first, the only difference we have in the beginning section is yoga and massage are getting combined, and we're putting walk underneath that. So let's do that. I'm changing get hot to heat because I feel like that's a less demanding and still reminding. Let's see, mass.yoga. Then after massage and yoga, it's gonna be walk. So there's the first section, and we have the next section was the same based on our little reflection up here. The second section looked the same, and then create, dance, and feels the same. Okay, so I'm just gonna fill this out and do that one last change at the very end. Here we go. Here's my new list of rituals. And now it's time for me to cut this bad boy out. Something I like to do when I'm doing this process is think about how I'm gonna marry this into the design of my monthly setup. So like here you can see on the April, I had a dark brown break up the different sections so that I can like segment it in my head. And the brown blends into the brown paper underneath it. So since I have a lot of pinks going on in my next monthly setup, maybe that would be a good color. You have like a pink break, or maybe a green. Ooh, have to play around. I also use a dark brown pen for my calendar, so maybe dark brown pen would be good for that too. And the reason I like to cut this out is so I can have a little bit more pop of color coming out from behind the habits themselves. There we go. Oh, you can't see that. I'll zoom out. There we go. Now you can see that. The important part is to place that where it aligns with these guys. So I'm going to do the first row of color on this page. Also nice to have a scrap paper for that. I always start with the first column being colored, so there we go. There's our first little matching gingham going on. Ooh, I'm gonna be super excited for that. Ooh, what a springy and bright, like, happy design. I'm stoked. So let's line it up and glue it down. There we go. Now for breaking that line up there. I'm gonna go ahead and move my reflection prompts out of the way now. I'm just pretty much solely working on this. So I'm gonna break it up into green chunks. So ending the feel here, feel, feel, and feel. I like to round them out. Yeah, I think the green really turns it into a nice little bubbly shape. Some people may think that this type of tracking is a little bit excessive, but I don't do it every day, and I do think it really is helpful, at least for me, to have this type of daily reminder always available to me, you know? Because sometimes I know I find myself in a funk and I'm like, I don't know what to do. If I didn't plan early in the day, or even if I forgot to plan the night before, say I'm having a rough day, and then I don't plan in the evening time, then I'll wake up in the morning feeling directionless. And having this here is like, oh, okay, you can look back and be like, yeah, I didn't take care of myself last night. Spend extra time taking care of yourself this morning, and then you can turn the rest of your day around, you know? So it's like a reminder that every moment you're able to drop into presence, reground yourself, figure out what you want to do for the day, and keep going with that. And even if that looks like, I really want to take a long bath, take a nap, reset my brain, like that, those are totally great options, especially if the goal that you're trying to reach is to reset your perspective. You know, if something annoying happened and you're taking it too personally, giving yourself that space to be able to just be with yourself is extremely valuable. And knowing that, oh, okay, I saw that, you know, something annoying happened last night, and then I didn't treat myself nicely after that. I was being hard on myself. So maybe I'm gonna take it easy today and just do what feels like love in my heart, and whatever feels like love to me is what I'll do. Also, if I'm ever feeling in a funk, that's what I tend to do. I'm like, what feels like love right now? And I treat myself that way. Believe it or not, a lot of the time that will end up being weird mending or repair projects, because I know they weigh on me heavily. And once I do them, I feel this huge sense of relief that the things I love are being taken care of. So I've been doing a lot of that recently. Anyway, there's a little peek, well, or quite a long chat about how I go about choosing which habits I want to do or which rituals I want to do in my daily life to bring myself to a sense of presence and groundedness. These are the ones that I've been using recently. They have changed over the years. So yeah, there's the set I came up with for this month. The ones, and actually sometimes what I'll do is I'll have a challenge for myself that I like to focus on, where there's one habit I'm like, I really want to try to do at least this one thing every day, or, you know, every other day. And recently that's been breath work, so I'll put a star next to this one. Maybe even put a star on the other side so I can see it. Bam. So breathing and breathing. I've been finding breath work an extremely useful practice. And yeah, need to remind myself that's the priority. It allows me to anchor into that sense of like deep oneness and that stillness within, you know? And once you can anchor into that stillness, it's like everything else is just a little ripple on top of this vast, still ocean. It's an amazing feeling. So that's my priority for this month. And yeah. Anyway, I hope this helps you guys think about which rituals you'd like to have in your month coming up. May is almost here, so here's a hint of maybe something you could try in your next bullet journal setup. Thank you so much, you guys, for watching, and I hope you have a magical day. Bye.